All right, we clap on go. 3, 2, 1, go. Wait,
You didn't clap on go.
you didn't clap on go.
I clapped on when you said go. You clapped like a second after you said go.
All right. I have it on Discord, so I just line it up. It's whatever.
Okay.
Fuji is an artist, an entrepreneur, and a SoundCloud rapper. Welcome to the
me.
podcast. Yeah, that's you. That's you.
Hey guys.
All right. So, you have a pretty unique style, I'd say. Just like painting and stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Where did you adapt your style from? Like any other artist that you look up to, sort of?
I I don't know. It's hard to say if there's even a handful of artists I look up to. I think I just found a bunch of artists that I liked, and I just tried to emulate what they did, but in my own way. And eventually, I just mixed everything together, and that's the style that I have today.
I like that. That's a good answer.
Yeah, I think that's something that most artists will say is that they got their style and inspiration from other people.
All right. So, when did you start drawing?
I don't know. I've always been drawn to frick. Not intended. I've always been frick. I don't know. It's something that I've always gravitated towards because I like to think it's because I have uh, like a problem with processing auditory information, I guess is the way to put it. And because I couldn't rely on like auditory information and how people are communicating with me, I relied a lot on visual cues instead, and that's probably why I enjoyed like picture books and drawing ever since I was super small.
You've just always been drawn to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think it was just because it was a strength, and I recognized that. So I, 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 I guess to say when I started taking it more seriously, when I thought, hey, I could be better at this. I think I realized that around like fifth grade, and that's when I started working towards like, uh, being a better artist and producing things that I can be proud of.
When did you get your art tablet, like your drawing tablet?
I actually got it, I think, in sixth grade.
Yeah, so you've been painting for a while then.
Yeah, I guess it has been a while. It's been, it's sixth grade, 7 years ish.
7 years. Wow.
Since I started drawing on a tablet. Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to draw?
My favorite thing. I'm mainly focused on like people. It's something that I
Are you
like
more a
drawing
fan of
the
their
most.
shapes?
I just think I enjoy drawing like faces a lot. I like drawing eyes and I like drawing hair. I don't know. It's easier to connect to, I guess. And I also think it stems from like, everyone does this. I think is when they create their own characters and they draw them out. I think it just goes from there. I made my own characters and when I started practicing more, I just drew them over and over again, and drawing people became like my main like strength, I guess, and which is why I avoid drawing backgrounds.
What is your favorite memory from childhood?
Okay,
I
this is
told
a
you to think
hard
about
one.
it. I told you to think about it.
I know you did. I just there's not a lot of things that probably because my memory is pretty garbage, to be honest. But I think my happiest memory from childhood is pretty simple. It's not like I went to like Disneyland and had the best time of my life. I think a memory that really sticks out to me is when my brother and I think I was like 5 and he was 4. My dad and my mom would always take us to the park that's down the block, and we would go riding around in our bicycles. Uh, and whenever we got tired of going around the park just nonstop, we would sit at this wooden table and we would have Capri Sun. And we would always like, I don't know, talk about like kid stuff, I guess. And I don't know, that's just the only memory that sticks out.
That is really wholesome. I like that. Yeah. Do you have a favorite movie?
Favorite movie? You know, I don't watch a lot of movies, if I'm
You're
being
not a
honest.
big movie fan?
I want to be, but it's for some reason it's hard for me to get into. Um,
Just what's a recent movie?
I did really enjoy Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I kind of figured that's a recent animated movie. That's just real top notch. Yeah. This is a good question. What jobs have you had in the past?
Well,
Yeah.
you really just set me up for failure.
Yeah, I did.
Well, Cairo, I
Uh-huh.
have not had any jobs in the past.
Wow.
Wow. I really should.
Yeah.
I am not a good role model. I've gone this long without getting like a job other than like commissions.
Yeah.
But I still think doing commissions has been like a good experience because you get to, well, even though a lot of my customers are like friends, you still learn how to organize your time and how to talk to people and how to deal with their concerns.
Yeah, it is somewhat of a business. So, you get a good experience from that.
I can slap that on my resume.
Yeah. And it helps I haven't had a job either, which
But
yeah.
I'm much older than you.
Not much. Don't say that. You're like, that's not cool. All right. Why do you use Photoshop?
Photoshop.
It's just what you've been stuck with, or just don't like other programs?
Honestly, I started out using Photoshop, I think, when I first bought my tablet, just because that's something I had. Because my dad used it for work. And then I switched to Paint Tool Sci because my friends were using it. Some other artists I liked used it. I can't remember who. And so I was like, man, all the super like top notch people are using it. I gotta switch. So I switched to Paint Tool Sci, and I used it for a while, probably like 2 years. But I switched back to Photoshop because I realized that like I don't know, Photoshop has just some tools that Paint Tool Sci doesn't.
Yeah.
And it's just something that worked better with what I wanted to do. And so I switched back. And, you know, I don't really think that what program you use or like what kind of tablet you use matters that much. As long as you know how to use it and you're comfortable with it.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Like, my tablet is like, it's just one of the really cheap, like, Intuos ones. I think it was like $45, I think, when I got it. And people say, like, oh, no, you need, like, a Cintiq. But you really don't need it. You just have to have, you know, the tool. And as long as it functions, you should be fine.
Do you plan on upgrading it?
Honestly, I'm so used to how it feels is that, like, I don't think I want to switch it. The Cintiq is, like, I've tried, like, one of the tablets where you draw on the screen, and I always thought it felt weird because the screen is so smooth compared to like using the Intuos.
Yeah. Next question. What is something you are bad at drawing?
Something. Oh man, the list is endless.
And you already said before backgrounds and stuff.
Oh man, I do not do backgrounds, cause like perspective really messes me up. Don't do backgrounds. I don't really do animals, though commissions have helped me get used to them, I guess. Like,
Yeah,
I've
you
been
are
using
getting better.
references.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I am a big fan of your recent animals that you've drawn.
I can't draw vehicles. Vehicles are really hard. And metal in general. I don't know. There's all sorts of stuff that I can't draw. I would need a reference, and even then it'd still be hard because I'm not used to it. But that's just something that I'll have to learn with time.
All right. What is your dream meal?
My dream meal.
This would have been a good question to ask you before to think about, but I'm dumb.
Man, do you know what chapche is? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Chapche?
Oh no, I do not know. What is that?
I don't really know myself.
You don't know what it is?
Well, okay. Well, I know what it is, but I just don't know what it's made of. They're like Korean noodles, and they're kind of like transparent-ish.
Oh, I think I kind of know what you're talking about. Like angel hair, sort of.
Angel hair?
Do you know what that is?
Angel hair.
Because it's kind of like thin noodles, yeah. Is that what you're describing, sort of?
No. This does not work in like a... I can't just send you the picture.
Oh, you could send it. I could throw up an image.
Oh man, problem is I don't know how to spell it. I got it. Okay. It looks like this.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like kind of transparent.
Yeah, with the meat, all the vegetables. Looks very good.
Yeah. They're like kind of transparent, kind of chewy, and I think it tastes good. It's also it's pretty healthy for you because I think the noodles are made of like potato.
So that's your death row meal?
Yeah, just like a lot of that.
That's good. Yeah. All right. So this next part is a little thing I like to call hypotheticals.
Ooh.
All right. So how would you escape prison using your art skills? Be creative. Be creative.
Maybe I could somehow make like a dummy or something. So then like a a dummy like me.
Oh, like against the wall. Or
yeah, and just like so I can dig my way out and just like
That's incredible.
Yeah, and then lean the dummy up against the wall to cover the hole that I walked through.
That's incredible. You're pulling a Shawshank Redemption, except it's with your own art.
Yeah, I don't know how well my 2D art skills will translate into 3D, but I think maybe I can like figure out a way.
Nice. All right. Next hypothetical. You woke up with 30 million followers on Twitter. What would you do?
30 million?
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably think it's fake. Like, it's just
they're all real people. They were just like, hey, this Fuji person, they're pretty cool. 30 million people thought that.
It's just like overnight.
Overnight. What would you do?
I don't know. I'd probably draw like a little celebration thing and be like, oh, this is cool, but like, where do you guys come from?
You'd just be confused more than anything?
Yeah, I don't know if because you know I'm not that active on Twitter.
Yeah, so you just be like, well, you wasted your time.
Yeah, sorry guys, I don't post often.
You just apologize to them and they'd all unfollow. That's so sad.
Because I apologized to them, they would
Maybe.
just unfollow.
I don't know. Maybe.
I wouldn't blame them if I did. I never post.
That was a pretty sad ending to that.
Yeah, not a super interesting answer, but that's probably the reaction I would have.
Yeah. All right. Every time you put your hands in your pocket, you pull out money. Just $20 bills every time you put your hands in your pocket.
Huh.
Infinite supply of money. What would you do?
Well, I don't know. I don't want to it just creates money out of nowhere.
Yeah, you just go in your pocket. It's like, oh, it pulls out money.
I feel like that's introducing money into like the economy out of nowhere. I can't I feel like that's wrong. I don't know anything, but I feel like that's wrong.
Not if you're the only one who has it.
But what if I just put my hands in and out of my pocket just super fast and I just create
Are you trying to ruin the economy?
No, I'm trying to get rich.
Okay.
No, I don't think I would abuse that too much out of just fear of how much I don't know.
Yeah, fear of collapsing society. No,
But
that's
I
fair.
do put my hands in my pocket pretty often.
Yeah. You're just like, hey, want a snack? Here's a $20 bill.
I'd be pretty rich if I didn't care.
Yeah. All right, hypothetical's over. You did great.
Red.
Yeah, all right. So, what are some video games you like to play?
Video games. Recently it's been Risk of Rain 2.
Yeah. I've enjoyed that pretty good amount recently too.
I think I tried playing the first one, but I couldn't get the multiplayer to work, and so I was just immediately shut off by it.
I've never tried that. Never even seen what it looks like.
It's 2D and not 3D.
What?
And it's like a pixel art style, if I remember correctly. Yeah, apparently the second one is much better than the first, and from what I've heard from friends, they say it's not even worth buying if you have this second one.
Yeah. All right. After college, what is your dream job? What is your goal just after college?
My dream job and my goal are two different things. So I'll just answer both, I guess. My goal is to be an elementary school teacher. Yeah, I was super before I mentioned that I have some listening problems and that affected my ability to learn. So I was in a lot of special ed classes, especially in the beginning of my entire school career. And at the time I didn't know why. I just thought it was just the normal student experience. I didn't know that I was different. I didn't know the specific reasons why I was different, but I could feel that I was always behind the class for some reason. But my teacher that I had for 4th and 5th grade, he was super awesome. He even though I would be sent to the back of the classroom to work with the TA and work on different reading material, or sometimes I'd be sat next to my two friends who were at the top of the class to help me with math. He still found a way to make everyone feel smart, and he was really funny too. It made school super enjoyable to go to every day, and I think that's really the only time I loved to learn, because later on school got much harder and grades started to matter a lot more.
And were you still getting help at this point?
I got it. There's a thing in California. I don't know if other states have it, but it's called a 504 plan, and my, you know, problems like warranted like a little help. So I got a 504 plan, which is just like a set of accommodations. So I could sit, closer to the front of the classroom. I would be given written instructions instead of like, um, like verbal instructions, I guess.
Hmm.
Reminders to stay like on task. Basically, teachers had to keep like a closer eye on me. All that stuff.
Hmm.
But in elementary school, I always had that. Just wasn't aware of it, and so that elementary school teacher that I was talking about, even though I felt behind and I just couldn't really figure out why, I still felt really smart in his class, and I want to provide that same experience for other kids in the future, kids who might have been like me, or just like even like the smartest kids. I want to provide like a enjoyable experience so they can, learn to grow into better students or better people.
That's great. What? Why are you laughing at me? I don't know how to respond. That's a great answer.
I had this entire thing. That's great.
That's shut up. You're bullying me. All right.
And as for my dream job,
Oh yeah.
The job I probably won't be doing, like, or I will, but just on the side, is I wanted to just be like an artist, a freelance artist or illustrator.
Yeah, just doing more commissions like after college or
Yeah. I'll probably try to do a mix of the two where I like, of course my main job and main priority is going to be teaching, but like if I ever find the time and the motivation, I'll open commissions and hopefully people will still be interested.
Hmm.
I just realized that, uh, I'm not confident enough in my own art ability, even if people might disagree.
I know
I
everyone's always
it's
like Fuji, the best artist.
that is far from the truth, in my opinion. I have a lot of work to do,
Hmm.
but just I is the thought of this living paycheck to paycheck, even though that's not how it works, but like it feels like a very unstable source of like income. So I decided to choose another job that I might have a lot of fun doing, some like fulfillment. And that's why I'm going with teaching instead. But I'll always keep art around.
Nice. Um, if you had to play a sport, what would it be?
Whew, a sport. Would I be good at it? Like,
Um, just like kind of what's your favorite sport, or have you played any sports?
um, oh gosh, in middle school, I did track and field. Specifically just the field part because I can't run.
Hmm.
I did shot put, and that's the one where you like,
Yeah, you
you
put it on
spin
your
around and
shoulder and
you,
spin. Oh,
yeah, and then you toss the metal ball and see how far it goes.
I
I did
hated
that.
that. I tried throwing it like a baseball, and that hurt.
No, you were definitely not supposed to do that. You're supposed to
Yeah,
just like instead of flinging it, you're supposed to just like push it into the air. That's
I
basically what shot put is. You just push it into the air as hard as you can and see how far it goes.
yeah, I figured that out the hard way. Yeah.
um, I think the farthest I've ever thrown it was like 32 feet.
Jesus. I think that's pretty great. Like, I don't know anything about shot, but that sounds pretty good, though.
Yeah, I quit though because there was one day where there was like a track meet and we were going against like other schools, and I think I applied to be in like the one of the shorter distance like sprinting kind of things, um but it didn't happen because like not enough people wanted to do it, and I was forced to do one of the longer ones, because one of the people went missing. Not they went missing, but they,
They
just
just
didn't show up.
disappeared.
They just disappeared off the face of the planet.
Ah, that happens.
So I had to substitute for them, and I was only used to like pacing myself for like short distance and going real fast.
Oh, so you
So
almost
I
died.
totally embarrassed myself in front of
Yeah.
everyone, and I was the everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. They blew the whistle. I didn't even start. Like, I thought it was just someone screaming. And everyone was just like screaming at me to start running, and I was like, "Oh,
Oh no.
oh!" So I had like a 3 second like delay, and then that freaked me out. So I just sprinted until I was like with first place, but that I was completely winded, and I ran out of stamina. So that was so embarrassing, and I quit after that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, there's a lot of schools there. It's like one of the biggest meets that we had organized.
So
And I
that
don't
sounds
think
like
I
a
played any
terrible day.
sports. It was an awful day.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I don't know if I do shot put though. I think badminton would be rad.
Badminton? Dude, I played badminton for like a bit. That was fun.
Were you good?
I was the best.
Were you actually?
I don't know. I was playing against other people who were pretty bad.
Oh,
So,
okay, but relatively you were good.
I'd say so. It was fun.
Yeah.
I'm running out of questions, so no. What do you have planned in the near future?
Near future. For now, I plan to, finish community college, as in transfer to somewhere else. After 2 years, and let's see, I'm in my third quarter of college, so I have 5 more to go before I transfer from a community college to hopefully a big boy school full of big smart boys. And then get the rest of the credentials I need to become like a teacher, or I don't know, maybe just a TA. We'll see what happens.
What kind of teacher?
What kind of teacher? I want to be an elementary school teacher.
Oh, so they just cover everything?
This is how it works. If you want to be a teacher for like K through like 5th grade, you can get like the teaching credentials for that age group, because they treat every level of school differently because they have different kinds of kids.
Right.
So if you want to teach like younger kids, you gotta you could just like major in like education or like child development, and that'll set you up pretty good for that. For older kids, when you go into like middle school or high school, you have more like specialized classes. Like in elementary school, one teacher just like teaches everything, or at least that's how it worked for me.
Yeah.
Middle school, high school, it's more specialized.
Yeah, so you'd need to
so
like
you would just,
go into that.
You would just major in like whatever subject you want to teach. So if I wanted to be a biology teacher, then I would just major in biology. Yeah. And that works for like college professors too.
I have one more question.
All right.
Who do you want to shout out? Who do I want to shout out?
I want to shout out
Give him
my
a
boy. Schrodinger dog.
Schrodinger dog.
Schrodinger dog on Twitter. I think that's his handle. I have to check.
I'll just like put it on the screen or something.
It's very possible that it's wrong. Yeah, he's I would say one of my best friends in the whole world. What else do I want to shout out? I want to shout out Cairo for having me on.
Thank you,
Thanks.
dude. Oh my god. All right. Crap. Wait, hold on. I gotta come up with an outro.
I know.
This has been